Hey, Dr. John Robinson, longevity medicine expert. I have been telling patients for years exactly what Dr. Jordan Peterson was just saying. And if you don't know who Dr. Jordan Peterson is, I highly recommend you checking him out. He's a brilliant, brilliant clinical psychologist that definitely made his name here in kind of speaking exactly his mind in a very, very intellectual and reachable kind of way. So he's talking about how the hormone of insulin and really just the lack of blood sugar affects how we feel mentally and emotionally. I've been saying this to patients for years, that how we feel and how we're going to interact during the day is very, very much dependent upon what we did or didn't eat. And if blood sugar is up and down and it's not being regulated the way it needs to be, your mood is going to be up and down and not regulated the way it needs to be. So when it comes to when you first wake up in the morning, and this was one of his recommendations, and I also have been saying this for years to patients, making sure when you come out of for your breakfast, you are breaking a fast. You want to make sure that you're getting protein and fat in the system as quickly as possible, because protein and fat also regulate out the blood sugar and prevent the spike up and down. But one of the reasons people feel the way they do, let's say that mood disturbance first thing in the morning, is because their blood sugar is low. And at that point, too, what happens is when it's low, your body actually tries to make some glucose or blood sugar. And it does that through a hormone called cortisol. It's adrenaline. Your own adrenals that secrete these stress hormones kick in order to bring your blood sugar back up and regulate you. So that's part of the shakiness and just the uneasy feeling that you feel from that as well. It's one of the reasons why people actually wake up in the middle of the night, aside from just what's happening in the morning, but they wake up in the middle of the night because their blood sugar is actually low. The cortisol or this sort of stress hormone kicks in the middle of the night and wakes you up instantaneously, and you don't even know why. So a lot of times patients don't really appreciate how much their blood sugar has to do with how they're feeling. They think it's got to be something else. Maybe it's my hormones, or maybe I'm needing some kind of medication in order to regulate how I'm feeling. What you really need to do is go eat, and usually staying away from carbohydrate types of foods, or certainly simple carbs, that are going to make the blood sugar go up and down as well. So protein, fat, make sure you're doing that in the morning. Make sure you're keeping your blood sugar regulated out through the middle of the day. And if you don't know who Dr. Jordan Peterson is, go check him out. Again, this is Dr. John Robinson.